Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into The First 20 Hours by Josh Kaufman, a compelling guide on how to acquire new skills efficiently and effectively. Published in 2013, this book demystifies the process of learning, debunking the myth that it's too late to pick up new hobbies or skills. From mastering a foreign language to learning how to operate a helicopter, Kaufman presents 10 straightforward steps that promise to kickstart your journey towards acquiring new skills in record time. Josh Kaufman, an independent researcher renowned for his insights into business, entrepreneurship, productivity, and behavioral psychology, brings a wealth of knowledge to this book. Lauded as one of Amazon's top business authors, Kaufman's work, including his best-selling debut, The Personal MBA, Master the Art of Business, has cemented his reputation as a trustworthy guide in the realms of self-improvement and skill acquisition. The First 20 Hours is particularly suited for dreamers and curious souls looking to expand their horizons, procrastinators in search of a push to start acquiring new skills, and wannabe polyglots eager to immerse themselves in new languages. Join us as we explore Kaufman's methodical approach to rapid learning and uncover how you can apply these strategies to your own life. The First 20 Hours, How to Learn Anything, Fast. Introduction. Unlock the power of rapid learning. Master new skills in just 20 hours. Imagine all the hobbies, languages, and instruments you've thought about picking up throughout your life. Now, picture yourself actually pursuing them, breaking free from the cage of what-ifs and if-onlys. The good news is, it's never too late to start. And with the right approach, you can begin to master a new skill with just a minimal investment of time. This summary takes you through an innovative method that promises to get you up to speed in any area you choose in just 20 hours. You'll discover the transformative effects of dedicating a mere 20 hours to learning, the reasons you need to actively make time for practice, and why focusing on quantity initially may be the key to developing your new skill. First off, let's debunk a common myth: the idea that learning something new takes thousands of hours. Yes, becoming a true master might take that long. But to get a good grasp of the basics, to reach a level where you can genuinely enjoy your new skill, requires far less time than you think. The magic number here? 20 hours. That's right. With a focused approach, 20 hours is all it takes to lay down a solid foundation in whatever it is you wish to learn. The trick is in how you use those hours. Many of us mistakenly wait for free time to appear in our schedules. Spoiler alert, it never does. To successfully acquire a new skill, you need to be proactive about carving out dedicated time for it. This means planning, scheduling, and sticking to it as you would with any other important appointment in your life. Moreover, the idea that the quality of practice trumps quantity gets a bit of a shakeup here. Initially, what you need is to put in the time, even if it's not perfect. Consistent, focused effort, even when it's messy, is what gets you past the initial learning curve. This is not to say that quality isn't important, but in the first 20 hours, getting quantity can help build the foundational skills you need. In essence, whether you dream of strumming a guitar, conversing in a foreign language, or coding your first app, the path to beginning that journey can be far shorter and more accessible than you've been led to believe. The key lies in making the commitment, planning your approach, and embracing the power of just 20 hours of focused learning. So, what new skill will you start working on today? Part 1. Transform your skills quickly. Master the art of rapid learning in just 20 hours. Have you ever daydreamed about playing soulful melodies on the piano, serving an ace on the tennis court, or fluently chatting away in French? Many of us harbor aspirations to master new skills, but often abandon these dreams before even scratching the surface. The common misconception is that it's too late to learn something new, but nothing could be further from the truth. Enter the game changer, rapid skill acquisition. This approach is a beacon of hope, demonstrating that with just 20 dedicated hours of practice, you can achieve a respectable level of proficiency in any skill of your choosing. Now, let's manage expectations. 20 hours won't make you the next Mozart, Serena Williams, or a UN interpreter. However, what rapid skill acquisition promises is a solid grasp of the fundamentals. Consider tennis. Dedicating 20 hours of focused practice, distributed over sessions of 60, 90 minutes each day, can catapult you from absolute beginner to someone who can hold their own in friendly matches and maybe even compete in local tournaments. For most of us, the initial few hours of learning a new skill are fraught with confusion and challenges, often deterring further pursuit. This is the critical juncture where many throw in the towel. But by pushing through these initial 20 hours, you traverse the steepest part of the learning curve, making subsequent practice significantly more manageable and more rewarding. But how exactly do you maximize the impact of these precious 20 hours? The foundation of rapid skill acquisition lies in understanding and applying 10 core principles. These principles are designed to streamline your learning process, ensuring that every minute spent is optimally utilized towards progress. By embracing these principles, you commit to a journey of continuous improvement. The 20-hour mark is just the beginning. It's where you've laid the groundwork and built the confidence to keep advancing. Rapid skill acquisition isn't just about quick wins. It's about setting a sustainable pace for lifelong learning. Whether it's mastering a new language, sport, or instrument, the path to proficiency is clearer than ever. Ready to transform your abilities in just 20 hours? Let's explore the principles that will guide you to success. Part 2. Channel your passion. The key to effective skill acquisition. In the vast sea of skills you've dreamt of mastering, the trick to taking the plunge, and not just dipping your toes, lies in focusing your energies on the one that ignites a fire within you. It's about homing in on that one skill that, at this moment, sparks the most excitement and curiosity. This singular focus not just fuels your motivation, but keeps it burning brightly, urging you onward in those inevitable moments of doubt or frustration. Take the author's personal journey as a case in point. Among the myriad options, windsurfing caught his eye, a skill he hadn't indulged in for years, despite his background as a water sports instructor. But it was his childhood love for water that lit up his enthusiasm anew, compelling him towards windsurfing and rekindling his connection with the aquatic world he cherished. This brings us to a pivotal insight about rapid skill acquisition: the immense power of concentrated effort on a single skill. While the temptation might be strong to juggle learning several skills at once, say mixing windsurfing with mastering Spanish or strumming the ukulele, this approach dilutes your effort and can significantly hinder progress in any single area. The reality for most aspiring learners is that time is a scarce commodity, often limited to an hour or two each day, that can be devoted to acquiring a new skill. Spreading yourself too thin across multiple disciplines can lead to slow, discouraging progress. Instead, dedicating your available time and energy to mastering one skill at a time not only optimizes learning outcomes, but also ensures a more satisfying and engaging journey. Embrace this focus, let your passions guide you, and watch as you transform your aspirations into achievements, one skill at a time. Part 3. Setting goals and breaking them down. A strategic approach to learning new skills. Embarking on the journey of acquiring a new skill is akin to setting sail towards a distinct horizon. The third principle of rapid skill acquisition highlights the importance of identifying this horizon: your target performance level. Envisioning how proficient you aim to become in your chosen skill not only directs your efforts but also significantly smooths the path to achievement. Begin by asking yourself, what does good enough look like for you? If your ambition is to learn the banjo, think about whether your goal is to play a set number of tunes flawlessly, or to effortlessly jam with a band. Setting clear, achievable goals not only narrows your focus but also personalizes your learning journey, making it more meaningful. Take the author's experience with learning the ukulele, for instance. Challenged to give a talk about rapid skill acquisition, he seized the opportunity to demonstrate this concept in action. His goal was to learn to play the ukulele well enough to perform at the conference organized by a friend. This clearly defined objective not only motivated him, but also shaped his approach to learning the instrument. This leads us to the fourth principle of rapid skill acquisition: breaking down your desired skill into manageable sub-skills. Just as you wouldn't attempt to consume an entire meal in one bite, approaching a complex skill all at once can be overwhelming and inefficient. By dissecting the skill into smaller components, you not only make the learning process more digestible, but also accelerate your progress through focused practice. In the case of the ukulele, the author started by familiarizing himself with the instrument's anatomy, then proceeded to learn how to tune it, and finally focused on mastering the chords needed for his performance piece. This step-by-step approach culminated in a flawless performance, illustrating the power of setting a clear target performance level and breaking down the learning process into sub-skills. By adopting this strategic approach to learning, you not only streamline your efforts but also enhance your ability to achieve and even surpass your learning objectives. Whether you're strumming a melody or coding your first app, understanding where you want to go and mapping out how to get there makes the journey both effective and fulfilling. Part 4. Gather your tools and clear the deck. Laying the groundwork for successful learning. Diving into a new skill requires more than just determination and a plan. You also need the right tools for the job. This is the essence of the fifth principle of rapid skill acquisition: ensuring you've got all the necessary gear and resources at your disposal. It might seem straightforward, but having the right equipment is crucial. Want to play tennis? You'll need a racket. Dreaming of flying a helicopter? Then access to one is non-negotiable. But it's not just about the physical tools. It's also about creating the right environment that facilitates learning. This was a lesson the author learned firsthand when he took up windsurfing. Not only did he need a board, but a helmet and wetsuit were also essential for safety, and realizing the importance of balance before even attempting to sail meant getting a paddleboard and paddle to practice with. Equally important is the sixth principle, which focuses on eliminating potential barriers to your learning. These could be emotional, like doubt or fear that holds you back, or practical, such as environmental distractions that interfere with your focus. Identifying and removing these obstacles is crucial to your progress. Creating a space that's conducive to concentration, whether it's physically setting up an uncluttered, dedicated practice area or ensuring peace and quiet, can make a world of difference. Additionally, confronting and understanding your fears or insecurities can empower you to move beyond them. For the author, embarking on the adventure of windsurfing meant facing the inherent risks head-on. The possibility of danger from drowning or hypothermia loomed large. To counteract these fears, he educated himself about the risks involved, adequately prepared by investing in the right gear, like a high-quality wetsuit, and implemented safety measures such as always having a companion nearby, even if they were just watching from the shore. This proactive approach to addressing both the practical and emotional barriers not only facilitated a safer learning environment, but also bolstered the author's confidence, enabling him to focus purely on honing his new skill. By gathering the necessary tools and minimizing distractions, you lay a solid foundation that supports and accelerates your learning journey. Part 5. Carve out practice time and harness the power of feedback. In our ever-busy world, finding pockets of time to dedicate to learning a new skill can seem like searching for water in a desert. That's why the seventh principle of rapid skill acquisition emphasizes not just finding, but making time for practice. It's about being proactive in reshaping your schedule to carve out 60, 90 minutes of daily practice. Look at your daily routines and identify moments that are less productive or fulfilling. Maybe it's scrolling through social media, watching TV episodes back to back, or any other time-consuming activity that doesn't add much value to your life. These moments are golden opportunities to redirect your focus towards practicing your chosen skill. Moving on to the eighth principle, feedback is the compass that guides your learning journey, helping you navigate through the ups and downs of acquiring a new skill. Whether you're diving into the complexities of the Chinese language or any other endeavor, receiving timely and clear feedback is crucial for gauging your progress and making necessary adjustments. Engaging a coach or mentor can provide you with immediate and actionable feedback. This can be a game changer, as they can point out errors and areas for improvement that you might not notice on your own. However, if this isn't feasible, technology offers alternatives. For those learning a new language, tools like voice recorders can play a critical role in self-evaluation, allowing you to hear and correct your pronunciation and grammatical errors independently. The author's experience with learning the game Go illustrates the value of feedback beautifully. By utilizing SmartGo, a software that provides instant feedback on each move, he was able to understand his strengths and weaknesses in real time, significantly accelerating his learning process. This principle of integrating feedback into your practice routine ensures that you're not just practicing, but practicing smartly. It's about making each practice session count by learning from mistakes, adjusting your approach, and steadily moving closer to your goals. By dedicating set times for practice and embracing the feedback loop, you're well on your way to mastering your new skill with efficiency and confidence. Part 6. Maximize learning efficiency. Embrace short sessions and focus on volume. Imagine the dread that creeps in on Sunday evenings, knowing that instead of leisure and freedom, a long stretch of work awaits. This feeling isn't unique to the start of the work week. It mirrors the fatigue and inefficiency that come from prolonged periods of strenuous activity. This analogy perfectly sets the stage for the ninth principle of rapid skill acquisition, which champions the benefits of practicing in brief, concentrated bursts rather than enduring marathon sessions. As you embark on learning a new skill, perception of time can be your foe. The minutes can drag, making the task seem Sisyphean. This distortion often leads beginners to believe they've dedicated more time to practice than they actually have, due to the arduous nature of the task at hand. A simple yet effective strategy to counter this is employing a timer to segment your practice into manageable 20-minute intervals. This structure not only keeps you honest about the time spent, but also injects a sense of urgency and focus into each session. Committing to 3 to 5 of these timed bursts daily can lead to surprisingly swift progress, transforming the seemingly insurmountable into achievable milestones. The journey doesn't end with segmented practice. The 10th principle propels us forward with an emphasis on embracing quantity and pace over perfection. This mindset is particularly liberating for beginners who might otherwise become ensnared by the frustration of initial inadequacies. The author's foray into windsurfing serves as an illustrative anecdote. His early attempts were anything but graceful, marked by falls, lost glasses, and the occasional gulp of seawater. However, instead of striving for flawless execution from the outset, he aimed to maximize practice time. This approach not only accelerated his learning curve but also maintained his motivation across the inevitable ups and downs. The distilled wisdom of these tenets of rapid skill acquisition underscores a powerful message. The path to mastering a new skill lies in the strategic allocation of time and the willingness to push through imperfections. Whether your personal quest involves conquering the waves, the strings of a guitar, or the nuances of a foreign language, remember that progress is a product of persistent, purposeful practice. Embrace these principles and watch as what once seemed daunting becomes a source of pride and joy. Final summary. Have you ever thought it's too late to learn something new? Whether it's mastering a new language like French, picking up an instrument such as the ukulele, or any other skill you've longed to acquire, the truth is, it's never too late to start. The secret lies in understanding and applying the 10 principles of rapid skill acquisition. By committing to just 20 initial hours of focused practice, you can make significant strides toward proficiency in your chosen endeavor. This approach breaks down the seemingly daunting task of learning into manageable, achievable steps, empowering you to transform your aspirations into tangible results. Embrace these principles, carve out time for practice, and immerse yourself in the learning process. With determination, strategic planning, and a bit of patience, you'll discover that the journey to mastering a new skill is not only possible, but also incredibly rewarding. Dive in and watch as you unlock new horizons and capabilities, one skill at a time. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.